Did you know that replacing regular coffee with these 3 drinks when you're over 60 can make a big difference in your heart and liver function? This root can increase the good bacteria in your gut and boost your immunity naturally. What about the fact that some studies have shown that this drink can help reduce the risk of osteoporosis? We will explain these in a very comprehensive, scientific and simple way in today's video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a video. The name of this drink is chicory. Chicory, Latin name, Cicorium intybus, is a plant with blue flowers that usually grows in the wild. Its root is mainly used to make a drink similar to coffee. The biggest advantage of chicory is that it is caffeine-free. As people age, many people find that caffeinated beverages, especially coffee, can increase heart rate, disrupt sleep, and increase blood pressure. Then a caffeine-free but refreshing alternative drink, chicory coffee, is the best solution. Improves digestion. One of the most important beneficial substances in chicory is inulin. Inulin is a prebiotic fiber, which means it serves as food for beneficial bacteria in the intestines. Scientific basis. According to a 2017 Journal of Nutrition article, inulin can improve intestinal flora and reduce inflammation. Especially in the elderly, if intestinal function has decreased, inulin can be used to restore it to its natural state. Problem in the elderly. Problems with flatulence, constipation, and slow digestion are very common among people aged 60+. Benefits of chicory. Inulin eliminates these problems and facilitates digestion. Diabetes protection. Inulin is also important in maintaining normal blood glucose levels. Type 2 diabetes is a very common problem, especially among people over 60. Chicory inulin slows down the absorption of glucose and increases insulin sensitivity. Scientific basis. A study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2016 found that participants who consumed chicory had lower blood sugar levels. Result: people who drank 1 cup of chicory drink every morning for 2 months had glucose levels reduced by up to 20%. Good for heart health. As we age, the cardiovascular system slows down. Blood circulation slows down, which leads to pain during heartbeats, fatigue, and high blood pressure. Chicory contains antioxidants called polyphenols. They reduce inflammation in the vessels and lower cholesterol. Scientific basis. A 2015 study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that chicory root infusion can reduce cholesterol levels by up to 19%. Cleanses and restores the liver. Another great benefit of chicory is its ability to detoxify the liver. Years of accumulated medications, fatty foods, and toxins overload the liver of an aging body. The phenolic compounds in chicory help restore liver cells. Scientific basis. Experiments on animals, food and chemical toxicology, 2014, showed that chicory extract reduced liver inflammation and also normalized liver enzymes. Helps with excess weight and metabolism. The inulin in chicory may also be useful in controlling obesity. It increases the feeling of fullness, reducing the need for food. Obesity after the age of 60 is not only aesthetic, but also a serious risk associated with muscle weakness, heart disease, and diabetes. Boosts immunity. Inulin and polyphenols not only support gut health, but also support the overall immune system. When beneficial bacteria multiply, they form a natural shield against viruses, bacteria, and inflammation. Scientific basis. According to a 2020 meta-analysis, a scientific study that combines various studies, inulin increases the activity of immune cells. How to consume chicory drink correctly. For people over 60, it is very important to consume every food and drink at the right time, in the right amount, and in the right way. Chicory is no exception. How to prepare. 1 teaspoon of dried and crushed chicory root. 1 cup, 200 to 250 milliliters, of hot water preparation. Pour hot water over chicory powder and let it brew for 5 to 7 minutes. No sugar added. If you like, you can flavor it with a slice of lemon, honey, or cinnamon. The best time is in the morning before or after breakfast. Another important time is 30 minutes before lunch. It is not recommended to drink in the evening close to bedtime. Some people may experience gas formation. For the elderly aged 60+, 1 to 2 cups are enough. It is wrong to consume a lot. This will soften the intestines too much or relax the stomach. The specific benefits of chicory for women 60+ as women age, especially during menopause, major changes occur in the body. Hormones decrease, water-salt balance is disrupted, water retention increases, weakness and inflammation increase, the risk of osteoporosis, bone weakness, increases for bones. Inulin improves calcium absorption. This helps maintain bone density. For hormones, the polyphenols in chicory act as mild hormone analogs that replace estrogen. Stomach relax and constipation, the most common condition among older women. This problem is alleviated with inulin. Results against osteoporosis in women in a large study conducted in the USA in 2021, when postmenopausal women consumed inulin daily, bone density improved by 5.1% in 6 months. Vitamin D levels increased naturally. Calcium absorption through the intestines increased by 30%. All of this is due to the substance in chicory, one of the main properties of inulin. Benefits for men. The main problems observed in aging men: enlarged prostate gland, chronic fatigue, insomnia, risk of diabetes, inflammatory processes. How does chicory help in these cases? For the prostate, antioxidants reduce inflammation of prostate cells. Chicory drink gently detoxifies the body, improves blood circulation. Sleep aid. Since chicory is caffeine-free, it can be drunk in the evening, if the stomach is not rested, before going to bed. It reduces restless thoughts, fatigue and mental stress. WHO cannot take chicory? Although chicory is a natural plant, it is not suitable for everyone. The following should be careful. Those with stomach ulcers, those with inflammatory bowel disease, colitis, Crohn's disease, pregnant women may aggravate the uterus. People with allergies should be careful. If you are taking medication, consult a doctor. Useful recipes: nutritious and easily digestible drinks for seniors aged 60 plus. Clear morning drink. 1 teaspoon chicory powder, 1 cup hot water, 1 teaspoon lemon juice, 1 teaspoon honey, if not diabetic. Benefits: stimulates digestion, cleanses the intestines. For night peace: 1 teaspoon chicory powder, 1 cup warm milk, cinnamon or vanilla, optional. Benefits: the body relaxes, sleep is easier, muscles relax. Chicory and research study title: Effect of Chicory Root on Gut Health, published, The Journal of Clinical Nutrition, 2018. In people who took chicory for 8 weeks, digestion improved by 28%. The intestinal bacterial balance returned to a healthy state. Improved sleep quality. Chicory and cardiovascular health. Why is chicory important for heart health? The heart and vascular system are the systems that weaken the most in old age. Arteries harden, blood circulation slows down, and the heart muscle becomes strained. Chicory is good for the heart, normalizes blood pressure because the potassium and inulin in chicory lower blood pressure. Reduces inflammation in blood vessels, which helps prevent strokes and heart attacks. Reduces cholesterol levels. According to a 2020 study, people aged 60 plus who took 15 grams of inulin daily had a 10 to 15% reduction in bad cholesterol levels. Medical evidence. The American Heart Association, in an article published in 2021, emphasized the importance of plant fibers for heart health. Chicory is a source of purified inulin, which protects the heart from strain. Chicory and diabetes. The risk of type 2 diabetes increases after the age of 60. Especially due to excess weight, physical inactivity and poor nutrition, high blood sugar levels have become common. How does chicory alleviate this problem? Inulin slows down the digestion of food, which prevents a rapid increase in blood sugar. The glycemic index is very low, that is, chicory does not raise blood sugar. It helps pancreatic hormones to work more actively, which increases insulin sensitivity. Research. In 2019, scientists from a Japanese university found that in 45 people with diabetes, after 3 weeks of chicory consumption, blood sugar levels decreased by 8.9%. Chicory for intestinal microflora. If the intestines are healthy, our whole body is healthy. The most common problem in older people is diarrhea or constipation, a loss of beneficial bacteria in the intestines. Intestines. How does chicory help? Inulin is a prebiotic, that is, food for beneficial bacteria. It reduces inflammation of the intestinal walls. It works in harmony with natural probiotics. For example, when consumed with yogurt or kefir, it has a powerful effect. Interesting fact, digestion and bowel movements in older people who took chicory stabilized within 2 weeks. Clinical Gastroenterology, 2022. Strengthens immunity. After the age of 60, immunity decreases. This leads to frequent colds, flu, chronic inflammation, ulcers, urinary tract infections. Chicory alleviates this problem. Antioxidants cleanse the body of free radicals. Rich in vitamin C, protects against colds. Increases the activity of immune cells through the intestines. In an experiment conducted by Italian scientists in 2023 among people aged 60 plus, the group that drank chicory for 4 weeks had 3 times fewer colds. How to store chicory and how to determine its quality. Store dried chicory in a closed container, in a dry and cool place. If stored in a humid place, mold may form. Shelf life, between 6 months and 1 year. Choosing quality chicory. Color, brown, slightly light, smell, fragrant, reminiscent of nuts, taste, slightly bitter, similar to coffee, but does not leave an unpleasant bitterness in the mouth. Chicory and brain health, does it prevent forgetfulness? One of the most common problems in old age is forgetfulness and dementia, Alzheimer's. Inflammation of brain tissue, poor blood circulation, and oxygen deficiency accelerate this process. Chicory improves oxygen supply to the brain, protects neurons through antioxidants, rich in flavonoids with anti-inflammatory effects. Studies show that inulin stimulates brain neuroactivity. A 2020 article published in the European Journal of Neurology found that older adults who took chicory for 45 days improved their reaction time, memory, and attention span. WHO should not use chicory? Not every natural remedy is suitable for everyone. Chicory should also be used with caution in some cases. People with allergies, especially those allergic to lettuce, romaine lettuce, and dandelions. Pregnant women, it can sometimes cause uterine contractions. People with bile or gallbladder problems. Kidney stones, chicory increases the levels of certain acidic compounds. Therefore, it is important to consult a doctor before regular use. How to use. Ways to drink chicory correctly. Chicory coffee, 1 teaspoon of dried chicory in 1 cup of boiling water, let it steep for 5 minutes. Cold drink, mix chicory and lemon water and drink it frozen. With honey, add half a teaspoon of honey to 1 spoon of chicory when you have a sweet tooth. With yogurt, to improve bowel function after meals. Chicory is a great health treasure in the form of a simple plant. Especially after the age of 60, it is a natural blessing. Prevents muscle weakness, protects heart health, reduces the risk of diabetes, strengthens immunity, restores bowel function, activates brain function. No drugs, no artificial ingredients, simple and inexpensive remedy. If you drink a glass of chicory every day, you can maintain a strong, healthy, active lifestyle in old age. If you too want to start your journey to a healthy, resilient, and happy old age, try chicory today. Did you like the video? Click like, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more useful videos that will help you maintain your health.